Hello everyone and welcome to Zeepkist Cup of the Day. For those of you who don't know how this works, we get 10 minutes to practice a map we have never seen before, after which there will be 2-minute elimination rounds where the slowest players get eliminated. This week we have a map by rtube. Surprise, surprise, it is space. And it is tube. So far, exactly what I expected. Yes, I like this map. I like inside tube maps. Probably actually not an outer. Oh, and it becomes an outer tube. Okay. Also not surprised by that. It's a pretty short section, though. Tube loop. Ooh, a little hard to see that wall ride when the sun comes up. And into Earth. Excellent. 47.9 was AT, a 44.7. I like this. I'm pretty good with inside tubes. The outer tube section is not long enough, I think, to really cause a problem for me. Ignore that run. Yeah, Mew, same reaction, right? Yeah, I like this. 155 speed. And not do that outer this time. Outer tube's a little scarier with speed. 180 there. I might want to experiment with that outer just to see if it's faster. Nice. Ooh, only 6th place. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm getting more speed. What does this outer do? 158 plus 4. Sets me up a little bit wide for that final corner before the outer tube section. Oh, and I'm all over the place. Ooh, that felt fast, though. Checkpoint's -1, but it was after kind of a hard landing. I'm not done with the outer wall ride experiment. Does lose me some speed to go that wide for that corner, though. It's another personal best. $157. Nice inside line. The banking does help you turn quite a lot there. That outer tube's pretty difficult with speed. I keep meaning to look at my speed before that drop down. I really wish the checkpoint was before the drop down so that I'd get the speed split very obviously. Just to know how much I need to arms up for that little jump. This is a good run, though. I'm going to be pretty good on this track. This is exactly my style. Full traction, smooth track. Your wheels pretty much never leave the ground. And it's tubes, which I think I do better than most people. Except for that outer tube section, I'm jumping. That was not ideal. Really? Oh, little all over the place on the oscillations. 178's very good, though. More oscillation might be better. A couple people are trying that outer wall ride. 130. is no arms up at all. I do wonder, maybe at higher speeds too, if you actually want to jump from the outer tube into that downhill, which would be pretty risky to do in 2-minute rounds. But there's a chance that you're actually just over speeding that section of the track. It's 130 again. Oh no, 130 is tap of arms up. Okay. Hydro in first place, still half a second from the author time, which rtube is discussing right now. Thinks it should last a while. Quick Racer improves to a 0.1. That is a pretty solid author time for sure. I imagine a lot of it comes from your speed very early on. Because all that speed does carry. $132. Tap of arms up. I gotta stop hitting the side of the road there. Still up speed despite that. And a personal best. I want to take a look at this section right here. This tube in particular. Do you want to take the inside of this line? Probably. Yeah, like Maki's doing. Stay far to the inside and just stick to the left side of this tube into the final corner. Where's the last checkpoint, actually? Last checkpoint is there. No, I don't think there's anything fancy you're gonna do to get to the finish. By the way, take a look at some of these planets. This looks great. I trust rtube when it comes to space. No Pluto? Is there no Pluto? Let's try to get this start without airtime. Maki gets into the 44s. Putting that AT to the test. Doesn't quite have it yet. 192, maybe a 193 is possible for speed at checkpoint 1. 175 is not very good. This is what I meant by that jump from the outer tube thing, but that was not really the run to test that on. A little bit of airtime. It's a start very reminiscent of Lindsay's Insurgents, Cup of the Day 24 map. It's kind of the same thing where your speed's just super dependent on whether your tires leave the ground in the first tube. This outer tube section is tricky to do well. 132's tap of arms up. Yeah, that was pretty good. I feel like that speed split's kind of a lie. Just based on where you hit the ground. I'm going to reset just so I get one more complete run in the warm-ups here. That's... okay, still 191 somehow on the start. This hasn't been the cleanest second stint, but still 177. I think more oscillation might be better, because I keep getting my higher speed splits when I'm going crazy in the tubes. I had to steer a little bit more than I would like to. Keep but super inside there. Ooh, that's actually kind of tough to hold on the controller. You can do that, which is faster, because I don't think I was up that much at the end of warm-up round. Zoman gets AT. He is blue. So that little trick right at the end that I did not take the outside of the tube, so sacrificing a little bit of speed in favor of time. And you can sacrifice that speed because the end is right there. All you actually care about is time at that point. So I was 9th in the warm-up round. Cup of the Day mod does sort the leaderboard by your time in the last round, which is nice for seeing people's positions. I wonder if there's a better way of oscillating that loop also. Let me show you what I mean here. This final tube just take kind of on the inside. Okay, there's a risk to that. Oh, I missed the finish. That's not good. We will not risk that on this second run. We can go faster, though. No one agrees on the line. That is good. We like that. We like line variation. I'm being ultra safe to get a finish on round 1 because I would hate to get eliminated right away. We are not doing the risky thing, we're just staying around the outside. And into the finish we go. A time. A time is what matters. Yeah, see, joking, Mew kind of saying the same things. Maybe a little inconsistent there. A lot of DNFs, which I'm a little surprised by, unless that finish is a bit deceptive. What is the speed going to be? 176? Okay, so the big oscillation wasn't the best in that second section, because I had the 192, which was very good at CP1. Could have been a little bit better speed at CP2. Ooh. That was actually a very solid landing, despite the shaky takeoff. This is 165 speed. 45.4, that is a personal best for me. Second on the leaderboard right now. Hydro in first again. Zoman's looked very strong so far. Apparently doesn't have a great first time, or first time at all. And he's looked really good this competition also. Might be someone to look for if you're rooting for a new winner. Okay, I don't quite have time to reset, so I guess I'm taking this. You know what? We might as well test things. I've got nothing to play for right now. It's hard to test things when you're so bad at the outer tube section. Zoom into the 44s with a full house. Oops. Okay, that's the risky thing about that turn. See what people are doing at the end here. Kern Cobb, did he like just join the lobby or something? Because I didn't know he was here. Still probably learning the track. Hydro and Zoman looking very good. 3 DNFs again in round 2. As long as I hit the finish and don't completely fail the outer tube, I should be pretty solid on this map for a while. 176. I'd love to know how to get 177s or 78s there. 159 becomes 145-ish at that part of the tube, and that was not the greatest tube. There's like a little bit of a fan trick there that really encourages you to drop as low as possible on that jump. So high risk, high reward. I actually like that kind of fan trick. One that rewards you for getting the best line. And not one that completely kills you if you go just a tiny bit too far. 190. Got an interesting line through there. Didn't really get a whole lot of time difference from it. Try this again. 158. A little bit of an outer becomes about the same speed I had last time. Yeah, and I lose 4/10 doing that, so it's not great. +5 +2, so I think that's actually better. I was doing some playing with the oscillation in that loop tube, and I think just don't touch the steering is the way to go. I'm also pretty sure taking that tube on the inside at the end is quite a lot faster and is worth doing. 3 DNFs again in round 3. Zoman with a 44.6 is starting to look very fast. Even compared to the other strong players in this lobby. I think that was the first author time as well. Getting a little bit of air time, which is not ideal. Ooh, that might be a nice line, actually. Starting the tube more centered or more close to the ground. Very inside line there. That's probably good also. Because the more inside you are, the more banking you get, the more speed you'll have. Little bit of a not clean landing, but shouldn't hurt me too much. $45.7 I'll take for now. I would like to see those times dropping a little bit. Corncob's gotten enough practice to actually be a threat now, so that's great. I'm sure everybody loves seeing that. Hydro looking very good at the top of the leaderboard right now as well. It's a difficult outer tube to do well. That was a nice landing. Yeah, I think that is actually so much of the speed I'm missing, is just getting a really clean landing on that drop down. Let's get a nice tight final turn as well. This is going to be a good time. 44.8. Let's go. Just barely behind Hydro for second place. Of course, Zoman did get that 0.6 earlier, and me also got a 0.8. Oh, and me's out. Sorry, and me. Nice, the 177 again. I'm guessing I want to be seeing 178s there. Oh, you can take that very inside. Oh, wow. Awkward, 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 awkward. It's fine. It was a good landing. That's actually really good. $45.0. Even better than I thought it was, actually. Let's try this thing again where I stayed very low at the start. Yeah, that feels good. Nice, very good speed. I think I'm figuring this track out. Like I said, I am good at these style of tracks, but not at outer tubes. Few strong players without a time. Actually, that entire bottom 5 we're seeing. All very good players that don't have times. Oof. Yeah, good speed there, though. Not going to make it to the end. Final seconds, a whole bunch of people coming in, including St. Nicholas, who needs the last time, knocks out Goose, who did not get the greatest time on their one run. Hydro with the 0.6, is that the fastest? No, not quite Zoman's time of a 0.614. We are seeing a little bit of inconsistency at the top, which is normal, but I think a lot of that might be coming from that drop down I was talking about, where it does seem like your speed varies a lot based on how early you drop into it. 174 is not good at CP2. The liftoff seems a little bit inconsistent, also making it kind of hard to predict how much arms up you need to really get that drop down well. See how inside we can take this. Not quite that inside, apparently. Not the greatest outer tube. Maybe it's just a skill issue for me with outer tubes, but I feel like that turn could be like one block longer to make it a little more feasible to get that chicane on the outer tube. 45.2 though will be pretty safe even in the round of 20. I have some time to gain here also, where I did a very wide turn. Ooh, nice, nice, very good landing there. Better outer tube and a very good landing. Let's be aggressive with this end also. A little bit of smoke on the tires. Ooh, actually lost time doing that. Maybe because I ended up running out a little wider with the smoke on the tires. Zoman sets another 0.6. Kern Cobb has gone to the point where I'd say he's comfortable enough with the map to be going pretty fast. Top 16 advance. 46.7 the cutoff. Should be good for a little while longer, because I'm getting the 45.2 like very consistently. That's a 193 and a 179. Excuse me. Little bit of a jump on the outer tube. Whoa, my car's everywhere, but I got a ton of that fan. 141 could be a touch higher around the loop, so not the fastest ending, but the fastest start. Pretty direct into the finish also. 45.0. First place at the moment. I actually think this is almost AFK. This start just a tiny bit to the right, because you actually want to have that oscillation. Sets you up well for the next tube section. Yeah, I think I have the start figured out. This outer tube is killing me though. That was pretty clean. And that jump is actually like no arms up at that speed. 145 is good there. It's a little bit of a hard checkpoint to really tell what your speed is. But yeah, that did carry. Let's get a good inside finish. Nice. 44.6. We are in it, guys. We are in it. Third place on GTR, just 700ths from the record. Stick not having a good time this round, apparently. Missed the finish and then Unity. Agix got outer tubed, it sounds like. So into the top 12 we go, starting 2 elimination rounds. Still 46s and high 45s making it through. A little bit too far to the right side. A little bit too far all over the place. This line is a little trickier to pull off at the start. But it is worth it when you get those speed splits. That speed does carry all the way through this map also. Oh, a little bit of smoke on the tires. I might just have time for 2 runs, so I do kind of want to finish this. Probably safe with any finish also, especially at these speeds. Yeah, I do have time for a second run. Barely. But I do have time for a 45-2. Should be safe. That felt very good. Yeah, that's a green split. Let's go. This corner gets a little bit difficult at high speeds. This tube definitely gets a little bit difficult at high speeds. I am flying. Just a tiny tap of arms up there to get me over the crest. This is a good run. I like seeing that 145 there. Super inside line. Super inside ending. Also very good run. 0.7. Zoman with another 0.6. See, Hydro's been in the 0.6s before, but he's down at the 45.1 right now. That's kind of the range we're seeing a lot of the top players go through. Still 46s getting eliminated. YOLO and Jobware that time. A little bit far to the left for the start of the second tube, but I think this is still a fast run. I'll take a 177. Super inside. That'll save me some time. I'm getting that drop down very good now, so I've probably just jinxed myself and I'm going to completely fail it next round. $45.3. Not great, probably a matter of my early run not being as good as I normally get it. That's a little bit better. Would like to be seeing 179s there. Got that good again. Current Cobb into the 44s this round. Oh yeah, I have a much faster ending. Nice inside line in the final tube. Just within the 44s. Zoman and Sandals without a time. Both of them right here coming to the end with very little time remaining. Me 1, 2, 3, 4 and Armchair Polymath in trouble as the 2 pros come into the finish. And they do. Sandals just barely with that 45.8. Ooh, an improvement right at the end by 1, 2, 3, 4. but not quite enough. Zoman with a world record, actually, on that very crucial run for him. Kerncobb getting the 0.6 as well. So I think there's 4 of us left in the lobby that have gotten the 0.6. And it's really anybody's game, given that there's a little bit of inconsistency among everybody. Northwind, by the way, is the last non-Cup of the Day winner. So, very stacked lobby remaining. Haven't seen many of the pros getting knocked out on this map like we have in the last few weeks. Ooh, sketchy outer tube. Not amazing speed, but let's take this run. Still a 45-1. Think it might be time to turn players on, even though there's nobody in front of me. That felt good. Yeah. A little bit of a wide entry to that turn. Got 3 people without a time right now. Oh, that was so clean also. 2 eliminations in this round. Oh, that was so close to the bottom there. Sandals without a time again. Northwind without a time as well. As already said, 07. He is done. I improved to a 0.8. Sandals is also done. So, oh, is he? Yes, he is. So 2 DNFs in the round of 8. Round getting through with a 45.1. Zoman sets another 0.6. And wow, everybody else in the 44s. All of a sudden, a 44 is necessary. Yeah, 178. I didn't think that was the smoothest line from CP1 to CP2. Feels like a good run otherwise. 186 is very good. I didn't have the cleanest entry to that tube, so I lost a little bit of speed, I think, for the loop. That was so tight to the inside also. Nice final corner. 0.7. Is that safe? Who knows? Probably, because I'm in first place, actually, with 4 people having finished. Only 1 elimination in this round, but everybody's pretty fast. Everyone remaining is multi-time Cup of the Day winners. Somebody's passing me? That's not allowed. That was terrible. That is Zoman. Who's passing me. I can actually watch all 3 of these guys. Zoman, Hydro, and Kerncobb. I am still in first place, but everybody has another time to do. Kerncobb keeps it very low through there. Everyone doing a pretty similar line. Kern a very high entry, which allows him to take a low ending. Hydro not doing that low run through the final tube, which it seems like most other people are doing. And Quick Racer will be eliminated with the 45.2. That's a crazy round that it was actually Quick Racer or Kerncobb at the end there. Hydro does beat my time, but it doesn't really matter who wins in this round. Just matters who loses, and who loses was Quick Racer. Win check, Kerncobb leads the remaining players with 22 cup wins. Zoman has 15, Round has 10, Hydro has 7, and I have a measly 2. This is certainly the kind of map that I could win on. This is also an insanely stacked lobby that I probably won't win on. I think I'd like to be seeing 161s there. That's CP3. That's an awkward entry to that tube. It worked out. Actually over-jumped that, which is not ideal. Yeah, this is not a super fast ending, but I might take the time just because I've come this far. Zoman passing me. Nobody else seems to be on their first runs. Oh, Zoman does the little flip around. That's sort of a Zoman specialty, the 180 into the finish. Possibly gets you a little bit more time, because your body is a little closer to the back of the car than the front, so it hits the finish a little bit sooner. Do I want to take this run? It's only a 178. The ending of my run is what was bad, so I'm going to keep this. Uh-oh. Well, I'm not improving. Let's hope nobody else does either. Hydro, oof, pretty fast. Where are the others? Round is right at the beginning with just enough time. Cone Cop sets a very good 0.6. Pretty much relying on Hydro or Round having a bad run here, because I did not have the greatest of times. And it comes down to Round or me. Round does just have enough time. Ooh, has a little bit of a bounce there. I think at 132, I think this is a bad ending. Crossing my fingers that this is as bad of an ending as I think it is. Still going to be probably pretty close. Goes high at the end also. And I am safe. Lex or no die. rtube, Lex or no die. Alright. Let's lock in, because I can't afford another 45.3 or even a high 44 anymore. We gotta be getting really good times. I'm not taking 177s anymore. Ooh. Got caught on the top of the wall ride. Okay, it's a 178. I was kind of hoping it would be a lot faster than that. $44.9 from Hydro is what I'm working with. That was a high jump. Is this 44.9 pace? If I get a really clean ending? Ooh. It is 44.9 pace. It's not a fast enough 44.9 pace. It's not over yet, rtube. That was a bad outer tube, but it's more about this fan. I'm up. I'm up exactly what I need to be up. I need to take this ending so aggressively. Hydro's about to improve right in front of me also. Oh, no, I'm out. It's a bad ending, but it was suddenly a 0.69 that I needed. Hydro sets world... No, not quite. Oh, no, yeah. Hydro sets world record with that run, also. Disappointed that I couldn't get a 0.6 myself, but not disappointed to be eliminated in a round where 0.69 was the necessary time. So it's down to Zoman, Kerncob, and Hydro, the final three. A crazy podium. Kerncob resets at CP2. See what the speed is here. 162 from Hydro. Yeah, I knew I was down speed. Oh, he goes a little bit too far to the inside, though. I think loses traction on the inside of that turn. So Zoman, the only one remaining on their first run. 135 is good. Little bit of an overjump. Only 189 at the bottom. I think I saw 192 there from others. Zoman looks like will take the first run, though. Ooh, very low jump there as well. Zoman does the 180 into the finish. It's only a 44.9, but a time is better than no time, which is what Kerncob and Hydro have right now. Kern Cobb going for a 23rd win, which would once again pull him away from Mackie, alone in first place on the wins list. Kern, the very high ending does cut in low to get that more direct line to the finish, is a 0.8, which is not necessarily safe. Zoman with a better ending this time. Kern Cobb, I think, has just enough time for another run. Ooh. Actually, he doesn't. So that is Kern's time. Hydro, without a time at the moment, gets a little bit of a shaky outer tube. But like I said last time, that fan matters more. And he has a 192, which is fast. Zoman with a 0.803 could knock Kern Cobb out. Hydro coming to the finish now. It is Hydro or Kern in this round. Hydro jumps down low, gets a 0.71. And Kern Cobb is eliminated unless he finds a way to put in a 40-second time here. So Kern Cobb knocked out, and it will be Hydro versus Zoman in the finals. The two that have looked the strongest since the warm-up round started. Zoman going for a 16th cup win. Hydro going for an 8th, 3rd, and 5th on the stats sheet. Who will it be in the finals? Their personal bests are 0.005 apart from each other as well. Both of them looking blue today. Zoman perhaps a little bit more blue than Hydro. This is 161 for Hydro. Gets a tighter entry to that banked corner. Zoman keeping it lower on the outer tube. Oh, crazy outer tube, Hydro. And is not going to get the fan very well. 191 speed is good, but not great from Zoman. Going around the loop. Ooh, Zoman hooks a tire on the inside. You think he's going to take this run anyway. Might have lost a little bit of speed at the end. 44.9 again for Zoman. But with these two, I think we're looking for times much faster than that. Unless they both make so many mistakes that they can't set a good time in the finals. Both of them have time to reset still. 163. Oh, but he loses traction again. Same thing that happened last round. A touch too far to the inside, and the good speed is thrown away. Final runs now. Zoman 181, which is nuts. There's Hydro 179, which is more so what I was getting. 162 for Zoman. Takes a wider entry, very tight inside line. Hydro only 160, very similar line. Around the banked turn. This is tense indeed. 132 is not the greatest speed, but it is a 192, just barely touching 193 at the bottom. Only 191 from Hydro. Zoman around the next corner is 187 at the bottom of the hill. Looks like Zoman is on the faster run right now. Let's see what this time is into the finish. Zoman, a 0.567. Hydro gets a 0.8. Zoman just 7 thousandths. Oh no, that is world record. Zoman with the world record in the finals. Takes not only Hydro's win, but the fastest time in the cup away from Hydro as well. Congratulations to Zoman, and thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see all the stats and results yourself, I will post the link to my spreadsheet in the description below as always. And if you want to join Cup of the Day yourself, join the CTR Discord where these cups are announced. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!